Okay, my conspiracy of the day is that I don't believe that every person that we see out in public is a real human being with a soul and a heartbeat. I think there's NPCs walking around that are not real humans, almost like extras in a movie, background character.
There's a theory that public schools aren't just taking pictures of students, they're feeding a much bigger system that nobody's talking about. Every single year, schools bring in these random third-party companies to take high-definition photos of millions of kids. And when you really stop to think about it, it's kind of strange. Most parents don't question it. We sign a form, send our kid in a clean shirt, and never think twice. But if you actually look into who owns some of these companies, that's where people online start freaking out. Because when you follow the money, you don't end up at a small photography studio, you end up at a massive data firm, corporations with investments in facial recognition, AI training, and digital identity systems. And suddenly parents online are like, why does a data company want a perfectly lit, perfectly framed, high-resolution photo of my 7-year-old? Here's where the theory gets unsettling. These companies don't just take the photo, they store it, they process it, some even claim legal ownership of every image they capture. And when parents ask them to delete it, a few have literally said no, because that picture is now part of their system. So people are asking, is this really about school pictures, or are schools quietly helping build the next generation of facial data sets starting with our children? I'm not saying it's true, but with how fast digital surveillance is growing, it's not as far-fetched as you think.
I will forever believe that Brandy knows who's responsible for Whitney Houston's death, and she is scared to speak up. Now, word on the street is Clive Davis had her off for her catalog just like they did Michael Jackson. Let me tell you why.
Just 2 days before she died, Whitney crashed an interview with Brandy, Monica, and Clive Davis and passed a mysterious note to Brandy. Also, did you hear Whitney repeat twice, "I nearly drowned today"?
You telling me 2 days before she died, she interrupted an interview with a music mogul and 2 living legends to pass Brandy a note that nobody to this day knows what it says. And she says, when she interrupted this interview, very important, she says, "I nearly drowned today. I nearly drowned today." And 2 days later, she drowns. That's a coincidence. And y'all know Whitney Houston died Grammy weekend, and Clive Davis had a party in the same hotel that she passed away in, and he didn't cancel it. While her body was upstairs, he was downstairs partying the night away.
You were, I think, going to go to the Clive Davis party.
Yes.
It was a surreal event where Whitney's body was still in the hotel, and there was this sort of party where apparently half the room were in tears, the other half were kind of partying. What did you feel about that?
I thought that was complete insanity. And knowing Whitney, I don't believe that she would have said, "The show must go on." She was the kind of woman that would say, "Stop everything. I'm not going to be there."
Somebody need to climb from underneath Brandy's car and ask her what was on that note. It is detrimental at this point.
I don't mean no disrespect. So y'all think Kobe dead? Yes or no?
Kobe?
Yeah, nobody seen him get on the plane. Did he disappear? Did he go to another island?
I think so. I think he got wiped out because what a lot of people don't know, I'll say allegedly, but he was in a legal battle with a pharmaceutical company.
Right, I heard about that.
That's documented.
Right.
Yeah, but they were trying to fight over, I believe it was the Black Mamba name.
The products that was put into it, he wanted to be associated.
Right. So here's another thing though, what a lot of people don't know. He was in talks with Saudi Arabia.
He was on the NBA team.
To do his own NBA team.
Yeah, Kobe was pretty much anti-NBA post-career broadcast and so on and so forth, but it seemed like Kobe was just like done.
Imagine how dangerous that would have been. I mean, like threatening to the NBA that would have been. If you think about it, like Kobe starting, that's like Jordan starting his own league. Like it's over. It's literally over. That's literally one of the greatest players ever. Like it's game over.
And everybody's gonna follow him, right?
For sure.
He probably would have gave better deals. He probably would have gave more exposure, more control of your IP. So again, if that happened, what does that mean for the NBA? So it's really odd on how all that went down, only because how low they were flying. Okay.
So you saying the crash shouldn't have happened? It shouldn't have
It
happened.
definitely shouldn't have happened. I was on the scene actually when
was
that
there.
happened. I was on the news. I was one of the first people there when Kobe, when it
You think
happened.
people could have survived? So you think something got blew up or something like that?
They
It
should
was
have been
intentional.
Yeah, it was something to the intentional. I don't know. To
My
what-
belief, allegedly, I'll say that.
Hey, with Kobe, love you, man. Rest in peace. It's just one of those weird conspiracies, especially when the programming is already there and you've seen all of that. It's like,
Yeah.
was this written? I mean, I do say this. I say we're alive by politics.
I mean, why is it that right before he died, on his last game, they gave out Kobe helicopter toys?
Didn't that? It wasn't the one that looked like LeBron. Wasn't the one kind of like looked like LeBron though.
It looked like Kobe with a helicopter propeller attached to him.
They gave it on one of his last
They
games.
gave it to everybody at the game.
So what was the point of that?
Exactly.
There's a theory that we actually all did die in 2012. Have you ever heard of
What?
the everybody is dead theory?
Oh, all of us are dead? Or
No,
everyone?
everybody is dead theory.
I think I
you heard
have,
about
but
that?
tell me.
So there's a theory, right?
Yeah.
Continuing, I wanted to warn you guys. Your phones were being spied on. Click on this icon, then on more. If you see it, delete it immediately.
You know how the world was supposed to end in like 2012?
2012.
Everybody was like, oh fuck, we're gonna die, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So there's a theory that we actually all did die in 2012.
Yep.
And life right now, right? You know how people say when they die, their life flashes before their eyes? But to them, it flashes and it's almost like they perceive time differently.
Oh, yeah.
So what if everybody died in 2012 and we're all experiencing life through a flash, right? But this flash feels like however long, 80 years, right?
Yeah.
But really, it's just happening within like a millisecond.
Within a millisecond, yeah. And then somebody's like presses the button and we just all wake up to nothing.
Yo, the glitter conspiracy is a rabbit hole you are not ready for. So I didn't know this, but there's legit only like 2 main manufacturers of glitter in the world, both of which are based in New Jersey, of all places. And yes, I'm talking like regular glitter, the same stuff you use in arts and crafts. One of these companies is like super secret and private, that apparently invented glitter themselves and is very hush-hush about everything. And the other is GlitterX. No one really thought much of it until it came out that we actually have a worldwide shortage of glitter back in 2018. Kind of a weird thing to be short of. So a journalist from the New York Times went in to interview the team at GlitterX to find out. She casually asked if she could tour the factory, and surprisingly, GlitterX told her absolutely not. Like, there was no debate about it. She was strictly not allowed to see how glitter was made, and wasn't even allowed to be in a nearby room to even hear how it's made. So instead, she was just left to interview a manager at the company, and things just kept getting sketchier. She asks the manager if she could tell her what industry serves as her biggest market, and the GlitterX rep instantly, without hesitation, tells her, no, I absolutely cannot tell you. Confused, the journalist asks her if she knows who their biggest customer is, and she replies with, oh god, yes, and you would never guess it. Let's just leave it at that. Asking why she can't talk about it, she responds by saying because they don't want anyone to know that it is glitter, and that if you looked at it, you wouldn't even know that it's glitter. The journalist then asks if you'd even be able to see the glitter at all in the finished product, to which the manager replies, oh, you'd be able to see something, but it's, yeah, I can't. And this interview single-handedly sparked the great glitter rabbit hole of the internet. Apparently, these clients that purchase glitter are all under a very strict confidentiality clause with GlitterX. They really do not want people to know that their products are made from the sparkly stuff. The industry these products are part of is clearly massive, yet no one knows what it is. So what even is glitter? By definition, it is aluminum metallized polyethylene terephthalate, essentially plastic that has been aluminized and shredded into tiny specks that sparkle. And it's used in a lot of things, from credit cards, passports, currency, football helmets, cosmetics, jet skis, granite countertops, even toothpaste, allegedly. But none of these are quite big enough to be this top industry buyer of glitter. One of the leading theories is that this biggest glitter industry is for boat paint, which many manufacturers do admit they use it in their boats. And they don't want people to know about it because of how much microplastics in the glitter these boats are really dumping into the ocean, which is a hot topic these days and is why they'd want to keep it such a secret. Others claim that it's being dumped into beaches to make the sand sparkle or that it's just Crest toothpaste and we're rubbing the microplastics directly into our gums, as well as for use in military applications, which would obviously be highly classified, and this is where the theory takes an unexpected turn. Remember that super secret company that basically founded Glitter, the other New Jersey company that isn't GlitterX? Turns out they're actually not as big of a secret as they'd like to be, called Meadowbrook Inventions, which was founded by Henry F. Rushman, a German-American machinist who invented modern glitter in the 1930s, and also happened to be part of the Manhattan Project, the highly classified operation that created the atom bomb. So the guy who invented glitter also helped create the world's first nuclear weapon. Who would have known? Meadowbrook's machines that make glitter are also commonly used for government contracts for products like rocket fuel, airplane brake shoes, and anti-radar chaff, which are chopped up fibers they shoot out of military planes that can block radar, redirect heat-seeking missiles, and can even be used to simulate poor weather conditions on radar. Good thing the government would never do that. Henry W. Rushman, the son of the original creator, was interviewed and even admitted to what they were really using glitter for all these years, specifically mentioning money, passports, toothpaste, and all those military applications like that anti-radar chaff, and even mentioned it was used in special batteries they produced for a military contractor called Picatinny Arsenal. Batteries that he claimed produce more electricity than any other battery we've ever known, and was pretty quiet about it after that. If there's anything we've learned about the government, it's that they love spending money, and their budget is essentially endless, especially if it's for the military. And given all these military uses of glitter, as well as its founder's roots in the Manhattan Projects and connection to atomic bombs, this one might be our answer. What other industry could be so secret that the New York Times article described it as CIA levels of obfuscation? How about the CIA itself? Perhaps once again the government is behind it all, using the same sparkly powder found in children's art projects for military applications, fighter jets, rocket fuel, money, and passports. Possibly even some new high-tech super battery they don't want the rest of us to know about. What a plot twist that would be if glitter, of all things, ends up being the government's top secret weapon to
scariest conspiracy theories in the world that will seriously change your life. So this right here shows all the conspiracy theories, from the most well-known ones that we all know to the darkest of the dark. In this series we're going to be going from the most well-known ones to the darkest of the dark, which will probably keep you up all night. Having to do the research into all of these is probably going to disturb the hell out of me, but you know, I'm doing it for you guys, so make sure you hit that follow button. Part 1, let's go. Today we're going to be talking about Area 51, but not how you think. Trust me, this is wild. This guy right here is Bob Lazar. Now, he used to work at Area 51. Now, Area 51 is, of course, one of the biggest conspiracy theories out there. What is it? Why can't we go near there? Is it just a military base? Bob claims he used to work there, reverse engineering alien craft. Now, this right here is his actual drawing of an alien craft. Yeah, crazy, right? This is where it gets mental. Absolutely mental. I think Area 51 is this place, right? According to Bob, this is not where all the crazy stuff happened. It's actually down the road here, in a place called Area S4. Area S4 is located up in the mountains, completely top secret, and nobody knows really what it is until Bob came out about it. Bob claims he would be taken to Area S4, which is an underground facility where he would work on the alien craft. Put the coordinates into Google and look at this place, it's just crazy. The road which leads straight up to it, the road ends right there, and then there's just like holes in the ground. So there is definitely something there. What I'm saying is all from Bob. There is literally a documentary about this. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix, you may have seen it. Yeah. Let me know what you think, because this is crazy. The series is about to get a whole lot crazier, so make sure you hit that follow button. I'll see you in the next one.
Appalachian Mountains. You know how like there's like feral people out there,
like cannibals and stuff?
Yeah, there's cannibals. There's like there's a lot of walking spirits out in those mountains, right?
Yeah.
But one girl, she did like a B&B just like for a little party. I mean a little cottage, right? In the mountains. So everything was chill, but on the counter they saw a letter, right? And the letter wrote this. It was fucked. It said, "I feel her watching. I know I shouldn't have looked. She was closer to the house than I expected." Okay, so saying you're in a B&B and you see this notebook, old notebook with notes in it. So they're like, wait, what's going on?
This is like the past person that stayed there.
Yes. And then all it said, the last one was, "The creek covered the sounds of her steps." The creek, right?
Yeah.
So the girl, she's smart. She's vlogging this on TikTok and showing all the people. She looks out, and outside is a creek. And past the creek is a little like cabin, or like a, what do you call those trailers?
Yeah, like RV.
Trailer. Yeah,
like
the
RV.
RVs.
Yeah.
The RVs. And that night specifically, it was open. Like the light was open. So obviously that note is talking about whatever's happening over there, right? So they go to bed, right? and the dad was like, no, we're staying here, we already paid for the B&B. The first victim was the dad. Dad wakes up, he smells like he said it was the worst smell he smelled in his life, and it was coming from the window.
Oh, so from the RV?
Yeah, no, from the window of their B&B. Yeah. So imagine, what I'm thinking is the girl from the RV came and tried to stalk all of them while they were sleeping. Next,
that's what she's from.
In the morning, right beside their car when they were about to leave was a comb with very old hair in it. Also stunk, fam. So it was never there before. But I'm glad they dipped, and she posted a video and told people not to go back to that B&B, because whoever's the next victim is for sure getting targeted.
Follow for more Hoopers, Hoop Conspiracy.
Did you know that there's 3 things that will be revealed after our deaths that exist now?
What do you mean?
What? There is a letter from Queen Elizabeth written to the mayor of Sydney, and she says, please don't open this letter until 2085. Or it's being held in a secret vault in Sydney, Australia.
Interesting. Wow.
Like something big. But then there's a movie called 100 Years. The movie you'll never see, but it's starring John Malkovich.
Okay.
And it's to be released in theaters or to the public in 2115.
Wow.
They filmed it in 2015, and no one will see it until 100 years goes by.
Lame.
What if they know exactly what happens to us and they made it?
What if John Malkovich is a time traveler?
Weird.
And then the last thing, which was super weird, Jackie Kennedy's bloody pink suit, the suit that she was wearing when JFK was shot, it's been held in a vault, secret. No one's allowed to see it. And they said they will release it to the public October 26, 2103.
Weird. Why?
Alien blood.
Don't know.
10 people who could have changed the world and vanished. Stanley Meyer was an American inventor who claimed to have created a process that could make combustion engines run on water instead of gasoline. According to him, his car could run on tap water, rainwater, well water, and even seawater. But not everyone was pleased with his invention. Stanley was accused of fraud by the government itself, and on March 2nd, 1998, during a dinner with his brother and 2 Belgian investors who were interested in putting a lot of money into the idea, something strange happened. In the middle of the negotiations, the investors raised a toast. Just seconds after drinking, Stanley grabbed his throat and shouted, "They poisoned me!" His brother, who witnessed everything, said the scene was extremely bizarre. And stranger still, in less than 3 hours, there was already an official report stating that Stanley had died of a brain aneurysm. But how? His brother swore that Stanley underwent regular medical exams and had never been diagnosed with anything like that. The case remains full of doubts to this day. Many believe his death was a way to silence him, because his invention could have put billions of dollars from the oil industry at risk. And you? Do you believe Stanley Meyer died of natural causes, or was he eliminated so his invention would never reach the world?
You guys are gonna think I'm crazy. Get ready with me while I talk about conspiracies I think about way more than I should. I think they already have the cure to cancer. My reasoning for that is because Big Pharma makes so much money from treatment. So I think they're hiding it. I think they're hiding the fact that they have the cure to cancer. Okay, this one you guys gotta hear me out. Really need to hear me out. I don't believe in the moon landing. All I'm saying is Wi-Fi didn't exist back then. Cell phones didn't exist back then. There weren't even color TVs back then. And you're gonna broadcast yourself walking on the moon. I don't believe it for a second. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying that the broadcast definitely was fake. I feel like everyone already knows this one. The government tracks our every last move. It's even more than in our phones, you guys. It's even on our Wi-Fi signals. Illuminati, I believe in it. And obviously I believe in aliens. I think a lot of our food isn't food. A lot of it is grown in a lab. And I don't know about you, but chicken does not chicken how it used to, you guys. I can barely eat it anymore. I also think in America they put chemicals in our food to make us addicted to it. This one I'm like, eh. Do you guys believe in the celebrity body doubles? Is Kanye? Is Britney Spears? Guys, I don't know. It trips me up every time I see a video on it though. I definitely believe in there being other dimensions. There are infinite realities coexisting of us right now. And that's scientifically proven. Oh my god, I've been meaning to bring this one up. Speaking of other dimensions, I believe that when you experience deja vu, it's because it did already happen, but in another dimension. Listen, I know I sound crazy, but I needed to get some of these off my chest. Please let me know if you believe in any of these.